Yo, it's Sneaker Show Podcast with Tim, Nathan, and Shay. I'm Tim. I'm stoked to be here talking sneakers. We've got another guy on the podcast this week, Trey. Trey was just at SneakerCon in Vancouver, and he's going to give us a recap. Boys, what pairs did we cover?
Talk about some real fun stuff this week, hey? We hop in with a lot of pairs that we were just excited to see and hopefully find more about in the future. And yeah, I got into the Jordan 1 High Yellow Toe and the Jordan 7 Citrus because I thought those were some pretty unique pairs.
Yeah, I touched on the St. Patty's Day dunks that are coming out, and we touched a little bit on the Polaroid dunks that are coming out, but lots of good stories and lots of good shoes this week for sure.
Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. There is a YouTube version. If you're just listening, look for Sneaker Show Podcast on YouTube. There's a link down in the comments. Let's go. Let's start the show. Yo, so we're here with our guy Trey, slowest man on 2 feet.
We'll see. We'll see.
Can I ask you, Trey, how did your foot race with Jamal come about?
He's just always chirping, and he's telling me ever since I've known him that he's got wheels. He's been an athlete, and I've also been an athlete, so we have to put it to the test. And I'm more of a silent killer, so I don't really talk. I just like to show. And I think I definitely silenced him. So.
Tabby, you witnessed this. You were the cameraman.
I was.
How fast is Trey?
I actually even raced him. I haven't got this footage yet. Jamal was the cameraman in that one. I was a lot closer than Jamal was, but he still had me on the edge. I think if we would have win another, pillar space in that parking lot down there, I would have had him. He was really tapering off, and I was really getting going. But it's always fun. It makes Trey feel good. He runs every day, and he's racing guys that haven't ran in 2 years. So as long as he feels good at the end of the day.
I love to hear it because I am going to smoke you. You don't even know what
I love it.
Like.
I love it. I'm ready. I'm ready anytime.
What an intro, hey? We just hop right in and put Trey in the chamber. Warm welcome from the pod.
I love it.
Yeah, I can't wait for the chance to race you. I'm sure there are some big opportunities coming up. Trey has some things coming, and we can't wait to talk about it. But for today, we've got a recap from Vancouver Sneaker Con. We've got a bunch of pairs to talk about. So fellas, let's just dive in with some stuff that's got us excited this week. Plot twist on these Paisley joints. They're tearaway. Okay. Would you tear that away though? The Paisley's so beautiful. This is a Nike Dunk SB. It is gum sole, white laces, white swoosh. It's got this crazy brown Paisley all over. It's almost like a corduroy kind of material. It's this blue, it's this green, it's this brown, it's this violet kind of pink. And now we find out you can tear that away, and underneath it's like a gray suede. So plot twist for sure, but I don't know. Does it get better? I think it looks better originally. Tabby, you got your head moving. What do you think?
I think this is a very similar case of the Para SB dunk lows that tear away, right? Where the outer layer just is way better than the inside layer. The only way I could see myself cutting these is if I was to do it like reverse of what this picture is, and to do it like a typical dunk color blocking, or maybe that like that Jordan 1 color blocking, whatever you want to call it, right? Where the white or the cream color even is on the toe box and the medial, opposed to the
Word, I feel you.
Yeah, opposed to what it is here. I just think like there's just so much going on, like you said, so many colors on that outer layer. Just to rip it off and give yourself beige doesn't seem like maybe the best idea in the world.
Shay, you were telling us about Air Max Day, Air Max 1s last week. It sounds like it's a pack. Can you tell me more? What do you know, bro?
I don't know a ton. I know that next pair, the like earth tone pair, is extremely hard. The back tab on it is not like anything I've seen, but I'm definitely trying to hunt these down in the 12.
My understanding is that's not the North America pair. The blue pair was the North America.
Oh,
The that our original pair, that hologram one, was Europe, and I think this is Asia, if I'm not mistaken.
That's bullshit, dog.
these kind of give me like that, those Alice Air Max joints? Yeah.
Those are tough.
But then the
The,
stitching, hey?
And the midsole on it.
Oh,
these
yeah,
look.
that crack.
Yeah, oh yeah, wow! I didn't even notice that. That's cool.
Yeah,
That makes sense
they're
about
sick.
the Asia release then. Hey, with that gold fusion on the sole there, the whole broken plate thing. These look like those missing link Air Maxes, don't you think? You remember those? That movie?
Yeah, facts.
Like them. I love those, so I love these. That back tab's crazy.
Yeah, what we're looking at, to describe for anybody who's just listening on the pod, the back tab, it's cut out of the suede, and it's the "Have a Nike Day" smiley face with the swoosh for the smile. And it just makes you feel good looking at it, doesn't it? So this is not a pair we know a lot about yet, but we just saw the first of it. It's another Nike Dunk SB. They call this Polaroid. It's got the colors from the old Polaroid camera. There's a red, orange, and blue swoosh, triple swooshed, and they're kind of superimposed over top of each other. For the most part, it's a black suede dunk, and then the heel is white. Guys, it's kind of loud, kind of gives me like Pride Parade vibes. What are you feeling?
I think they're sick. I love I like how you compared it to all the like Pride shoes. I think all the Pride shoes are sick.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's like simple, but there's still like quite a bit going on. I think they're sick.
Yeah, that suede looks nice too. Hey,
Trey, give me a prediction on resale here. How much you see these going for?
Man, that's tough. I don't know about the man. I don't know about the back white. Maybe if there's a little more white on it, it'd be. We'll see what demand is like, but I don't know. I feel like just with the Polaroid name behind it, will probably be between some wide range between $300 and $500. I would put it for retail of 135 like other dunks, but it's a cool concept.
These are a special box pair too, I think, right?
yes.
There you go.
I would think these are probably comparable to those camcorder dunks that came out. Remember those? Yeah, whatever those are at, I would probably put these at. Similar vibes.
Yeah, those had a lot of extras, cool little features on them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Fredo, you put these up in the chat this week. We're looking at like a chromed out dunk high. What's happening here?
There wasn't a lot of info on these. We were kind of talking. I don't know if it's like 3M, like the whole shoe, but I think regardless, they're like pretty loud. I'm like all for loud shoes, but I don't know. These aren't for me.
What is it?
It's a like Dunk High, and I think it's a collab with someone. I can't.
Clot.
Yeah.
It's a clot collab. Yeah, they're supposed to be holographic. That's what they're called.
Okay.
So yeah, it should be cool. I'm assuming you get a wide array of colors on these. Like obviously we're just seeing the silver, but I bet you in hand they're pretty bright.
They look inside out, like the
Yeah.
swoosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
So it'd be-
stitching on it.
yeah. It's like it's smooth on the outside.
Almost like those Reeboks, hey?
Also, kind of equivalent to the what are the Kawhi Leonard ones called? Is it like the claw? There's another name for them.
Oh yeah.
What's like
Oh.
the 16 something? Because they did
But yeah, I
16
can't. It's
shoes.
not coming to
with it,
mind.
Yeah.
the one with like his hand on the outsole. That
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Those
the
are a bag now too.
huge. But same thing. It's like like almost looks like an aluminum shoe, but it looks the same as this dunk. It's a dunk high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look
Pretty
like you
close.
get, your deposit returned on these. You could take them and get 25 cents each. It's pretty rare that shoes come up that I've never even heard of before but occasionally it happens and it gets me excited. So Fredo and Nathan were talking about this. I've never even heard of a Zoom Flight 95, but Supreme is doing a Nike Zoom Flight 95. It's got that bandana print on it, and it's all blue, very North Carolina kind of blue. This gets you guys excited? Because I wouldn't get excited otherwise if you pointed it out to me.
No, of course not. Look at that thing, Tim. Come on. Come on. Nobody's wearing that thing. Yeah, so this is actually, like we talked about in the group chat, this is the same shoe silhouette that the Green Goblin wore in the first Spider-Man. It was a green pair of these.
Like Willem Dafoe, that Green Goblin?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
The Green Goblin.
right. Well, he's back in the new one.
He
Spoiler alert.
is.
Yeah.
He is.
Is
Yeah,
it just a blue pair, or is there a red pair?
for now. Probably 3 or 4, I would think, right?
Bloods and Crips about to go crazy for these, dude.
I was just about to say,
I'm not gang affiliated, but if I was, I'd throw these on foot.
That is a
which color?
Depends on the gang, dude.
depends where I'm at, what I'm claiming. This is a shoe for felons, I think, right? Like if you see this in any other colorway,
Oh
like
yeah.
that person has done time.
Oh yeah. Violence is the only option for people who wear these.
I think so.
This is just an appreciation post. It's amazing how much a shoe can change when you lace swap. These are the Marina blues. Now there's been a little more than just the white lace change on these. How do you describe the effect this guy's put in place on the edges?
Those are called like chalked edges.
How do you do that?
It's a little pen as well, like the
Oh,
same
yeah.
as like the midsole pen. Yeah, it's just even smaller. Looks like an eyeliner pen.
Is it easy to do? Because these look good. It looks almost, it doesn't look like it's piping. Piping would be, in the bloodlines, it's too much. This is just right. These really pop.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't see it being too difficult, right? Like the marker's pretty small and you're just tracing the edges, so you should be okay.
I was gonna order one actually. Next time Foxtrot releases something that I want to buy, because I'm not trying to pay shipping for just a pen, but they have like a couple different color variations for like the chalked edges.
I want to see you get those 85 Georgetown. Go crazy on them.
I know. I'm hoping to get a pair. We'll see.
All right. That's just the appetizers, guys. Let's start serving up entrees. What do we got?
We have the Jordan 1 High Yellow Toe. Shockingly, I might be good on these. I'm not trying to pay resale for these, I don't think. This is, for those of you that can't see, this is a Jordan 1 High in that shatter backboard kind of colored blocking. And it's just yellow, that's all. It's the exact same shoe, just yellow. Fits in with the pine greens, bread toes, court purple 1.0s, all that kind of thing. Nice shoe. Not a bad shade of yellow. I don't know if I need it. I've got a lot of yellow right now. I've got a lot of yellow Jordan 1s right now. It is a good shoe. If I could get it for retail, I might mess around with it, but I'm not trying to pay resale for it. This shoe is supposed to come out on August 13th for $170. So I do believe in Canada, depending on what province you're in, they're around $250 if you get them for retail. What are we thinking on these?
Right, you go ahead, dude.
I think they should have done this shoe a long time ago, with kind of in that theme, like you said, Nathan, with the pine greens, the court purples. I think the Royal Toes even has the same blocking, but this also reminds me, I think Shay, with your Volts, you did kind of this color variation on the back, right? You got accustomed in with the paint.
Yeah, so when the first like leaked pictures of these came out, it was like right before the Volts came out. And there was like rumors that these were gonna be like either an NBA PE or like a friends and family shoe. So that's kind of why I got the Volts. And then I got the like Volt colored tab at the top, painted yellow. So it's kind of like a variation of these without the yellow toe box. But I like these way better.
Yeah,
The like
I
bread
agree.
toe shattered backboard color blocking is probably my favorite for Jordan 1. So I will more than likely be paying resale for a pair.
They almost look like a lighter orange instead of like an actual yellow, just from these review pictures. But
Yeah.
I like the two-tone. I'm always a fan of the two-tone color blocking. Just the white and the black, and then one of the solid colors. Can never go wrong.
And what you thinking?
They're fine. If I was a collector, I could see it being a must-have item. You got all the other colors. You got to get the rainbow. No more highs for me, man. I'm good. I'm all
You're
set.
lying. You're lying. Come in here and lie to us every week like this, Tim. Good Lord, you hit the raffle on these. These are coming to your house and you know it. Interesting enough, there is a friends and family pair like this, and on that heel cuff there's a little logo, and it's for the band Shine Down. I don't know enough about them to comment on it, but I know that this pair exists, so there is a special variation of this.
I know the band exists, and I'll say that they're fine, but Shinedown?
Yeah, I thought you got to be like lit to get a
Yeah.
your own shoe, especially
Yeah.
like a one.
Yeah, you'd think, I don't know what kind of ties they have to Jordan Brand, but apparently they're good.
Shinedown is like it's a one-man story, really. It's about the lead singer. The rest of the band could change, and he's a great singer. And I don't know, maybe he's a better singer than Travis Scott is. I don't know how they decide who gets what, but
Yeah,
Travis
that
Scott a
Shine Down
singer
doesn't
though.
have a bunch of ragers behind him though.
yeah.
Yeah, Shinedown wasn't in Fortnite.
All right. Well, this will be a big deal. You know it'll be a big deal when it comes out. We can talk smack all day right now, but that'll be the focus of the month when it happens.
100%.
Maybe not as hot an item, but one more pair from Nathan before we move forward. This gets you excited, my man.
Yeah, oddly enough, hey, I think I'm just excited that there's like a Jordan 7 colorway that I'd want. The only other one I could think of off the top of my head is there was like that Ray Allen PE that they released generally, and it was like black and purple and green, and I just enjoy those colors. But I like this for an all black shoe. There's kind of a lot going on. This is the Citrus Jordan 7. It's a big deal. It's being re-released for the first time since 2006, was what I found. Prices on dead stock pairs from '06 right now are $800 to $1,000. I mean, obviously that was a while ago, but a hot shoe. I know this is a pair that is very revered for like OG collectors and stuff like that. That this is a must-have. This was their shattered backboard almost, from what my understanding is. And yeah, I like these. I'd like to maybe diversify a little bit more and get a few other silhouettes and stuff I'm just really excited about. And I think I could really work these colors. So I definitely enjoy this.
Trey, you're the guest, man. How do you feel about sevens?
I'm not a big 7 guy personally.
No?
I can respect. Definitely not.
I don't know if anybody's a seven guy, but what do you think?
Yeah.
No, I respect the OG heads with the older silhouettes, but these remind me a lot of I think they're called Marvin the Martians. Kind of the same color variations. I think those ones are leather. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that pair, but I also don't know a ton about sevens, but they just, I don't know. I actually used to play. I played a couple of games of basketball in a pair of like white and blue sevens. I don't know if they were. I forget what they're called, but they're so heavy on your feet, and I was so uncomfortable in them. So I'm not a very big advocate for sevens personally.
That's surprising to hear because it's really just the refined version of a six, isn't it? They cut a little material out here and made them a bit lighter. That's got to help right on the heel. Come on.
It's your aerodynamics, Tim.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that big tongue with like the finger holes in it like a
Right.
6
Yeah.
does either.
Well, they're
Yeah,
volcanic.
they're just kind of bricky to me, but they ankle support, as always when you ball on them, is important, and those definitely have all of the ankle support. But yeah, not my kind of shoe.
Are you, Nathan, really trying to get like all of the Jordans?
No, because there's just some I wouldn't wear, but this is one of those exceptions where I think I could put this on a couple times a year and have fun with it. So I'm definitely not a 12s guy, for sure not a 9s,
I was going to ask
10s.
that. Is there a nine worth wearing? It's just such a boot.
Yeah, it's literally a boot. I don't know. I don't ever really see myself hitting that point where like I want one of every silhouette because I just know I wouldn't wear them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool when you see something a little bit different that you enjoy. So
Shay, you ready to rock, bro?
Yeah, dude. So yeah, the St. Patty's Day Dunk lows. It's releasing in full family sizing, which is sick. I always like seeing the like toddler pairs. I don't know why, but just like tiny shoes always look better in my opinion. Basically looking at an all green suede dunk with gold swooshing and gold accents on the tongue and heel. Sitting on top of a white midsole and that gum outsole that we all love, with a little white four-leaf clover towards the heel for St. Patty's Day. Uh, all I've read is that they're supposed to release in March, but we're already 2 weeks deep and there's no more release info. So I'm assuming fairly soon. Expected to hit retailers, basically Nike and select skate shops for retail of 135. Tim, I'm gonna throw it to you because I know that you're a big green colored guy. What do you think on these?
Well, there are so many different greens. I had those Rough Rider dunks, the classic green ones, and I love green, but that's just not the right green for me. And this is a little bit similar. The St. Patty's green, how would I describe it? This is a grass green, you know? And I just don't, I know you guys like Valentine's shoes, Halloween shoes, shoes for an occasion. But one of my pet peeves is that they often don't release them until it's St. Patrick's Day. So you got to like what, wear them out of the store? And now with the supply chain problems, these are going to come out for April Fool's Day. Now who's the joke on? So other than my feelings towards the occasion shoes, they're great shoes, man. I really like the gold swoosh. I like the way the gum sole and the white comes together, and you are 1000% spot on. The smaller the shoe, the better it looks. Those toddler shoes, good God, make you want to have another baby.
that might just be you, Tim. But yeah, for sure.
Trey, what do you think of these?
Same thing. The concept of these are sick. I think this reminds me of a shoe that, when you see a dunk that's from early 2000s, like a Heineken dunk or a Freddy Krueger dunk, this looks like one of those dunks that could be in that era that you find now and it's worth absolute gold mine. Like just a little subtle clover on the back side there. No, I like the shoe. I don't know if it's a little flashy for me personally with that gold swoosh, but I think these will hit. I also like gum bottoms. Always seem to do well as well. People like that.
Hey, what are you thinking, dude?
Yeah, that gum bottom's definitely a nice touch. I like these. Obviously they're pretty plain being all green, so that gold is a nice pop on the side. The four-leaf clover is pretty subtle, so I think you could kind of rock these around the year and not really think twice about it. Yeah, not a bad pair. Probably not something I'm trying to get, but wouldn't be too mad if I could see these in hand or something as well.
That suede looks nice too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, grassy.
Looks like that suede that was on those ACG dunks.
Yeah.
The plums.
Yeah,
Yeah.
two other colors.
Okay, fellas. New Balance news. So our guy, Teddy Santis, the founder of Amy Leon Dore, is now the creative director at New Balance. And this will be his first line of Made in USA 990s. He just goes and throws them up on the gram. He's just like, check this out. This shit's dropping in the spring. There are, what is it, 4x4? 16 pairs here. They are all 990s. I wasn't sure at first. It's tough to tell a 990 from a 992, especially it's just the aerial view. But they are the first three versions of the 990. So there's the V1s, the V2s, and the V3s at the bottom here. just wild to see so much at once. It's a pretty standard procedure to announce 2 colorways, but like, bang, here's a baker's dozen, bro. What grabs your guys' attention? It's a bunch of stuff we see normally. There's a lot of gray, there's a lot of beige, there's a lot of normal New Balance stuff, and then there's like these Ninja Turtle joints down here that remind me of the veneers. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit there.
There you go.
And there's like a red and gray. You don't never see that. There's this orange pair. All they were saying is this spring. So, and no other details, price, or how many come out at once. I love the idea of there being a lot. We got more chances. Trey, you got any New Balance yet? You were looking at some 550s the last time I saw you.
Actually, my most recent pickup is these Rich Pauls.
Yeah.
550 Rich Pauls.
Hell yeah.
They're so comfiest shoe I own. I used to say that about the React 97s or React 87s, but this shoe is like a pillow on your feet. I love them. Yeah, just like I said last time, Tim, like you put me onto these New Balances. Ever since I saw them on your feet, I had to get a pair, and I finally pulled the trigger last week. And no regrets. It's a great shoe.
That's a great version of that shoe. There are so many 550s now, but they really stand out. Yeah. Excellent pickup.
Thank you.
I hadn't seen those until I came to the shop like a couple weeks ago, and they were definitely up there for one of the coolest New Balance I've seen in hand.
It's like got all the extra perforated dots on it. All that leather has all the little holes. It must breathe better.
That's why you can
Yeah,
run
maybe
so
that's
fast,
it.
dude.
Yeah. Is that why you run
I
so
should
fast?
wear these. I should wear these to run. Maybe that's the secret. We'll see. Next race, Nathan. I got you.
It sounds good. Yeah, I had my Syracuse Dunk highs on when we raced, so it's really clunking around.
I'll wear a 2-inch heel. I still got you.
Can't wait.
Does this turn into drag race at that point?
So we're going to play a game of rock, paper, skippers with 3 of the pairs. And I think it's going to be a really good round today. I'm just bringing it up now to give you a little thought. The 3 that we're going to be talking about are, I guess, the yellow Jordans, St. Patty's Dunks, and then any of these 16 990s from Teddy Santis. That's pretty broad. Do you want to throw the 6 citruses in there?
Maybe we
Doesn't
could.
seem fair.
Oh, no, it doesn't. What about one of the ones we cycled through at the beginning?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got those to pick from too. That might be a little bit easier.
Yeah, there's like the Paisley Brown ones, the
Oh,
Polaroid Dunks. Polaroid Dunks.
Let's do that. Yeah. Polaroid Dunk, Yellow Toe 1, and
St. Patty's Dunks.
St. Patty's, perfect. Yeah.
Okay. So Trey, the game is 1 to rock, 1 to skip, and 1 to sell.
Paper.
That's the paper. We always got to think for a second. Rock, paper, skippers. 1 for the money, 1 to wear, 1 to forget about. But before we get to it, tell us what you experienced, my friend. We want to hear about SneakerCon in the major metropolis of Vancouver.
Yeah, SneakerCon was a great experience. It's one of those events that you always see from the outside looking in, whether it's like in YouTube videos and different sneaker channels and whatnot, while SneakerCon travels from city to city, mostly in the US. And I don't know if it's a sign of the times or not, but the Canadian SneakerCon, at least in Vancouver this year, it was almost like a baby version of what we know SneakerCon to be. Again, it was mostly Canadian sellers. Not all the big American names were there. But no, like it was awesome. It was just as you'd expect, high prices and higher low balls. But yeah, there was a couple stores from the US that did pull through, and they made a big bang. Like, I don't know if you guys know the Mecca in Seattle, a couple others, but it was fun. I took most value just from meeting new people and the networking side of things. It was cool to see everyone that we've dealt with and traded with over the years within Canada. Cool to see everyone in person, actually meet them face to face. But also some of the biggest catfishes I've ever seen in my life, because like you develop this perception of someone virtually as you interact with them over the years, and then you see them in person. It's like kind of gives you a head shake a little bit. It's hilarious, but yeah, as fun as it was, like bouncing from table to table to secure the best deals, just talking to people and hearing people's stories, how they came up and where they're at in the game, where they're going, I guess, all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, definite prices were definitely all around, as you'd expect, higher. I think that's mostly just because sellers try to take advantage of the buyers there that don't want to leave the event without a pair of shoes in hand or a bunch of pairs of shoes in hand. But it was kind of funny, as before the doors even opened, like hours before, throughout the lineups, people are running back and forth trying to run deals before the show starts within the entire line. And then I guess prices were even higher in the lines as it was in the show. And then eventually vendors would start coming through the doors to buy within the line. And then as the doors open, he goes through, those same pairs that were bought in line are displayed on tables for like even higher prices. But it was pretty funny. People are just hustling. But it was, yeah, like all around, it was a great experience.
That's kind of what I read on Facebook too. Like I heard the event was like awesome and the people were awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard people were taxing.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to some of the regular goers of SneakerCon that travel like from like throughout all the US ones and in Toronto and Vancouver when it is hosted here, and they were saying the markets throughout different cities are so like different and vast. Like, so one guy was saying Vancouver and Toronto within Canada are the highest prices that you can find like in the market. They're way above market asks. But places like Boston, for example, has, I guess it's equivalent. There, when they sell a pair of shoes on a table, a vendor, their starting price is equivalent to like 20% lower than our market. So it's interesting to see. So if you were going to buy, you would obviously pick up places like Boston, but yeah, I'm not too sure why that is. I know one guy was saying how bad Toronto is getting with, it's just it's hard to buy a lot of shoes for good prices there, which evidently it causes stores and everyone, when you're going to buy a pair of shoes, the prices are just astronomical. So I guess you kind of, if you have the opportunity, you got to kind of try and look for other ways and other places to buy your stock from, whether it's for personals or for store or whatnot, because there's going to be a cheaper place, especially from outside of Toronto and Vancouver.
Nathan's not even going to spend more than retail on shoes ever again. He's got a resolution going on here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I shouldn't say never again. I guess that's pretty absolute. But I'd like to not, because I was just thinking about it. Like, it's been so fortunate hitting stuff for retail and stuff lately that it probably just makes sense to keep 3 things that you hit for retail than it does to maybe buy one thing for resale, right? Like get a little more out of the game that way. But that's just how you're playing it, I guess, too. Kind of like Trey mentions, right? To tie that all in, but. Yeah, that's wild. Hey, I never would have thought that like geographically it'd be different. Like, I mean, sure, I bet you there's, hotter pairs in certain locations that, sell for more, but you wouldn't think overall that there's that much of a disconnect. But that's kind of cool, and it's kind of funny that people have figured out how to work that, because it probably is worthwhile once you figure it out.
100%, yeah. And especially right at the start of these shows, no matter where you are, people are just you're going to see taxing everywhere, right? No matter what
Yeah.
table you go to, no matter what trading pit you enter. But as the day progresses and people start learning that their prices are way too high for people even bat an eye at your table, towards the end of the day, people are going to start becoming more negotiable too, right? Wherever you are. So that also helps.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they don't want to fly back with all their stock that they came with, right?
Yeah.
So they're more willing to let it go. But yeah, no, it was fun all around. Vancouver is a great city. It was a perfect place to hold it. I think the next one is in Toronto in September, actually, for Canada. So I might have to hit that one up next.
Any pickups while you were at SneakerCon?
I did have a few. I actually bought a lot of the Jordan 1 Low Chicago golf shoes.
Okay.
Just in preparation for summer. We bought about 20 pairs of those. It's unreal shoe. Like, it's exactly like the 2016 Low. Obviously it has the golf kind of studs on the sole, but you could even wear them in this like casually in the street. Like it's a great shoe. Just I don't have a pair with me, but yeah, that's a nice one. And then I bought more Starfish because I can't not keep buying those. I love that shoe. And then obviously the Unbreakable Pandas, we bought a few pairs of those. And then some essentials, clothes, a lot of shorts again, getting ready for summer. But didn't go too crazy just because of the pricing, honestly.
Yeah, and we know those essentials are a hot item in Calgary.
Yeah, they move.
You wouldn't believe who's coming in for those.
Well, let's
Wow.
slide right into more pickups while we're chatting about this. We're going to run out of time on this. You want to have a quick break? We can come back to pickups and play the game.
Sure.
Cool. Okay. We're going to wrap on some pickups or pickups that just never happened. Rest in peace concepts. And we'll play rock, paper, skippers. I'm excited. I just made it up in my mind when we had the break. I know exactly what I'm doing with those 3 pairs. Fredo, let's start with you. Let's talk about success. Let's talk about those Brazils you got in hand.
Yeah, so we kind of talked about it last week, but the Supreme Brazil Dunk Highs Tabasco hit on Supreme for me. And then he hit those concepts, Air Max, the mellow ones. So got those coming hopefully this week here. Got a little bit of essentials coming, and then I also have a pair of the Cactus Jack Air Forces probably here Tuesday. So
Big week.
yeah, it's been out of control. I need to relax a little bit.
You guys been saying that for years.
I don't know. I've been selling like a bunch in the last couple months, and I haven't bought really anything other than retail. So I don't know. I kind of went crazy in like 48 hours.
I have so many questions, Shay. Like recently in the chat, you were like, I feel kind of weird. I guess there's no pairs that I really want right now.
Found them.
Must have found them.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're like, hey, yeah, so I got those Travis Air Forces. And I was like, wow, I didn't even know you were looking. Like, how?
I wasn't, dude. They popped up for a good price. I don't know. I got him for an even better deal because he didn't have a box or like any of the extras. It's basically just the shoes and then like the
You
cream
don't need
laces.
the extras on those. The shroud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of used that to my advantage in the bidding, but I had a pair before, probably like a year or so ago. And then I wore them a couple times, sold them, made a little bit of money, and then I don't know. I've just been seeing like quite a bit for on feet and that, and they popped up for a good price, so figured I'd pull the trigger.
Some Tim influence there if I've ever seen it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Tim got a pair. I was like, I want those.
I've been wearing them. They feel good. They look good.
Yeah. They look really good with like any of the earth tones. Like all the fits that you've been putting together with them have been unreal.
Love you, bro.
But yeah, I don't know. Only other things I'm like trying to pick up is the other 2 out of that concepts pack. That's like my goal is to have that be like the first complete pack of something. But I don't know.
What's the other names? The one we had this week, was it Heavy? There's
Yeah.
Mellow and Heavy, and then there's one more next Saturday.
Yeah, I think that one's just called like Bandana even.
Yeah, I think it's called Paisley or something.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this too, but there's like the first one, like the mellow is considered like the Friday, and then the heavy is considered like the Saturday, and the Paisley is considered the Sunday.
Oh, like a festival.
Yeah, and then I was looking at like a couple people who had like in hands of the mellow pair, because I always just do that whenever I know some shit's coming. But the one guy went to the release at Concepts, and he was talking to some people in line about like the 3 of them, and I guess there's a friends and family pair. I don't know what it looks like, and he asked like the employees about it too, and they didn't really have a whole ton of info on them.
Yeah, I got one.
But
these are the ones we were looking at this week. Yeah.
Those are
Crazy.
crazy.
yeah, I guess they basically just said to stay tuned to the Concepts Instagram about this like friends and family pair, because there hasn't been like any pictures on them yet. So, but yeah, no, I'm chasing this whole pack.
Well, I guess it's a lesson in don't get too excited till you got them in hand. Because I was real cagey with my emotions. Nathan is much better at hitting retail than anyone I know, and he did well for his close friend Shay 2 weeks in a row. And then it was my turn, and it happened. He actually got him. He really did. And like Shay and I were trying, and when I'm in line, it always says like 19 minutes, and I'm like, there's no way there's going to be any pairs left in 19 minutes. And the pictures, even Shay that you have, it says it'll be ready in a minute.
Yeah, I had like 3 minutes, and then it was less than a minute for like two, and I was like, I don't know. I'm usually like over 5 minutes, and if I'm over 5 minutes, I just like go on with my day because there's no shot I'm gonna have them within 5 minutes. But I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes, and then it was less than a minute for like two, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get these. And then it switched the loading screen. I thought I was gonna go to like the checkout, and it was like, yeah, these sold out.
And Nathan, you must be from the school of Malcolm because you rarely miss.
I got my little tricks for sure. Yeah, no, I had an order confirmation and everything, and then a few hours later, I got an order cancellation. So I'm not really too sure what happened there, or what they thought was going on. But I don't know. I did everything I needed to. I checked them out. I got them everything paid for them. Charge was on my credit card and everything, and then I actually noticed the refund go through, and I was like, what the hell? I went and looked at the email, and I was like, wait a minute. So I don't know. They did me dirty on that one because I did it. I literally did it 2 weeks in a
Yeah.
row, and then they took it from me. So whatever. I still feel like a champion. So they can't take that away from me.
You are the Hitman Heart, yes.
Yes.
There's no doubt. But I just hope it's like good karma for next week. You've wanted this original pair from the beginning bad, so we're all trying for Nathan's sake. But like a couple days before in the chat, Nathan's like, plan your outfits because we're getting you a pair on Saturday. And then it happened. He was like, I told you. I finally let loose. I was like, it's happening. And then canceled.
It's so wild, man. Like I can't think of another time my order got canceled like that either. So
Well, it just made me feel really grateful that we have a connection to retail in whatever roundabout way that we do. These are different times than a couple years ago. I was paying resale only, and to have access at all, I'm certainly not at the point where I'm going retail only like some guys way up on the mountaintop. But yeah, I appreciate you trying, man. There's nothing we could have done.
yeah, I don't even know. Like I feel so weird saying trying because like I did it.
Yeah,
Like it
what do you
was.
mean trying? Did.
Yeah, I did it. I copped them. It was concepts that screwed us over here. It wasn't anything on our end. We're bulletproof.
They've had some really good collabs. The concepts like that's a
They kill it.
name. Yeah.
They kill it for sure. Ah,
So I don't have any pickups, but I'm hopeful. Have you got anything new in hand that you want to talk about?
no, I've gotten rid of everything I had to sell. Um, oh, I guess there's that the pair of the bubblegum or the atmosphere pink
Oh yeah.
Jordan ones from our good friends at Momentum. I hit that raffle. So that was fun.
Can I
Uh,
describe that story?
Yeah, yeah, you got to because I was eating dinner. I hopped out of the live stream and so I could eat, and I looked at my phone. I seen Tim going crazy. Went and looked
Shout
at.
out. I'll tell this to Trey because you probably haven't heard. So our local shop that we love so much, Momentum, they're doing Mo Mondays. It's a Twitch stream. A lot of the guys that work there are DJs. They set up this green screen. It was after hours. They're having a party. It was Jeremy's birthday. They were partying, and like it started out really, really good, and it was good all the way through. But you could tell they got lit. Like I didn't want to be those guys the next day. And through this DJ stream, they had a few different guys playing. They were doing merchandise drops and giveaways. So you could enter your name in the chat. They had the shiny breads and they had those bubblegum joints. So I I threw it on after work and I went to drive one of my kids to an after school thing. And I just got in the car and they're announcing people who hit on the raffle and they're like names, normal names, Bill Smith, whatever, Young Tabasco. And the guy on the mic was like, Young Tabasco. So I for sure texted right away, like, yo, you hit on those big. You hit heavy.
Yeah, that might
That's
be a
sick.
Might be a good not sell till springtime sort of thing. Just hang on a couple weeks
Yeah.
here. Maybe squeeze a little bit more money out of those.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. That's a funny story.
Yeah, that was good. It was a good live stream too. I'm excited for, I guess, tomorrow night. But
I think it's monthly is what they're doing.
oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's fine too. I'm excited
They
for
got
next
they
month's
need
Monday.
weeks to recover from that one.
Yeah, fair enough. Probably better that it's monthly for everybody's sake.
So, rock, paper, skippers. Something to wear, something to sell, something to skip. Polaroid dunks, St. Patty's dunks, yellow toe one highs. You're the guest, Trey. You go first. What are you going to wear? What are you going to sell? What are you going to skip?
St. Patty's dunks, Polaroid dunks, and yellow toes. I'm gonna rock yellow toes, I think. I'm gonna skip on the Polaroids. And I'm gonna get some paper on the St. Patty's.
Well, I'm ready. I had it in my head.
Go Tim.
Even though this guy who knows a lot about sneakers says the Polaroids are going to sell, I just heard him say it recently. I'm going to wear the Polaroids. I'm going to skip the St. Patty's dunks, and I'm going to sell the yellow toes.
Yes, sir. That's my exact one too. That St. Patty's one just doesn't appeal to me the same way the other ones do. I just don't need that Jordan 1 high with the other yellow I have right now. Again, especially in Jordan 1 highs. But I think I could really use that Polaroid in the rotation. That's a cool pair.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm gonna rock those yellow toes. If I can hold and sell, I'd probably hold and sell the Polaroids. I don't know, just with the backstory and everything with that shoe. I think if you hold them for a couple months, they're gonna touch like over 5. And then I'm gonna skip on the St. Patty's dunks.
Just not my green, bro. I need that olive, earthy.
The army green.
Sage. That's what we got for the week, guys. You got anything left? You want to shout out your mom, Trey? What do you want to do, bro?
Got no one showed. I gotta go run soon to prepare for our little foot race time.
Oh, well, if Trey's gonna skip it, shout out Trey's mom.
Yeah, shout out Trey's mom and dad.
Yeah.
They're good people.
Somebody would shout her out.
Shout out Spencer, even though she doesn't know my goddamn name.
We will.
Jay Lund.
We will be racing. It's going to happen. I think it's going to be a sunny, warm day, so it's going to happen like this season, bro.
And I'm stoked for that. I'm gonna be betting money line on that.
Oh yeah, we'll be taking parlays on that thing.
Big pot.
Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for being here. There's nothing we love more than talking about sneakers with you. So thanks for kicking it here on Sneaker Show Podcast. We're out.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.